CIS. It's Thursday, June 11th, and day 53 of home learning. Oye, como va? How's it going? I hope well. And again, I hope you had a great day of final exams yesterday. Congratulations to yesterday's trivia winner, Sienna R. in grade 6, who correctly answered that tie-dye has ancient Asian roots from either the Tang dynasty in China or during the Nara period in Japan. Sienna, you'll receive another Dr. Doug Daily Donut delivered to your homeroom when we return. CIS students, Friday is Spirit Day. Show your CIS pride in your online classes, and this is probably the last time you're going to be able to do so, because next Friday you're going to be on campus returning your textbooks and materials. But again, I hope you show your CIS pride then as well. On yesterday's show, I highlighted Miss Jana and Mr. Tom, and today I'm going to highlight Miss Mariska and Mr. Chad, both teachers leaving us at the end of this school year. Miss Mariska has been at CIS for 5 years, and I remember interviewing her. She was working at the Sweet Spot in Cayman at the time, and she was really excited to get back into teaching, to use her experiences to create applicable and hands-on, real-world, real-life experiences for students. And she immediately did that. I remember one of the first projects she did with her middle school students was the Starfish Point project, where she had students educate the public and tourists on the appropriate way to handle a starfish to not harm them. She organized the CCMI trip to Little Cayman for years, which was often a highlight for middle school students. And along with teaching middle school science, she also taught high school health and high school marine biology. Thank you, Miss Mariska, for everything. You'll be missed. Enjoy being a mommy. And now here's a message from Miss Mariska.
CIS, what a ride. Thank you so much for having me. I grew so much, not only as a teacher, but also as a person. Sending you so much love. Thank you for all the beautiful memories, all the staff, all my colleagues, all of the students. There's a lot of precious memories there, and I will never forget you. Remember to look after all creatures, great and small. Sending you so much love. Mwah!
Thank you, Miss Mariska. The next teacher is Mr. Chad. Mr. Chad has been the instructional coach at CIS for the past 2 years. When I interviewed him for a history social studies teaching position, but immediately realized that he had a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience that I wanted to utilize in another way. So I approached him and asked if he'd be interested in interviewing for the instructional coaching position, and he did. And he has been a great instructional coach. He has a lot of wisdom, insight, knowledge, and experiences, and teachers tell me all the time how much they appreciate his work with them, developing lessons, co-teaching classes, and working through the curriculum together. Mr. Chad's also incredibly flexible. Before he even arrived to CIS, I wrote him about a month before the school year started and said I needed a long-term sub position and asked if he would fill in a history class. He immediately wrote me back and said he was willing to do so. And it was a great way for him to come onto campus and immediately build rapport with colleagues and students. And then he continued teaching one of the grade 6 history classes, and with Mr. Scott, they rewrote the grade 6 history curriculum, so it's now better aligned with the other history social studies courses. Mr. Chad, I know you have a message, but again, I thank you for everything.
Everybody, this is typical of my time in Cayman. I came to the beach for a nice calm background, but instead I got waves and wind, just kind of like a junk fire or an earthquake or, I don't know, 3 inspections in 2 years. I just want to say thank you for welcoming me and my family. We had a great time working at CIS and on the island. Goodbye until our paths cross again. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Chad. My quote of the day is, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started," by Mark Twain. I love Mark Twain. Great quote. Get started. Don't procrastinate. Study for those final exams. I know we all know that Mark Twain's real name is Samuel Clemens, but what's his middle name? And that'll be my trivia question of the day. The first student to email me Samuel Clemens' middle name will receive a Dr. Doug Daily Donut delivered to your homeroom. You know, one of the interesting things about Mark Twain that I remember is that he was born during Halley's Comet. And Halley's Comet makes an orbit every 75 or 76 years, and he always joked that he would pass away when Halley's Comet returned, and he actually did. Which makes me think, orbiting, rotations. I've always been interested in kind of the atmosphere of the universe, and the Earth's rotation really makes my day. Okay, maybe a long setup for a really bad pun, but the story about Mark Twain is true, that he was born during Halley's Comet and did pass away during Halley's Comet. My closing song of the day is Heart of Gold by Neil Young. I'm taking it back to the 70s today. CI students, as we'll do every day during school closure, send me your jokes, quotes, answers, and a few song suggestions, and we'll remain connected. But remember, stay home. We all need to do our part to stop the spread of this virus. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay engaged until we meet each other again in the halls. See you later.
Express